Elfsborg defender Simon Strand chased the ball near the touchline, with Alireza Jahanbach right behind him, but his speed caused him to collide with a television camera at the side of the pitch. Jahanbach appears to reprimand Strand for his reckless actions and then checks the condition of the camera operator. After making sure she was fine, Jahanbach then helped the camera operator return the camera to its position. Malmö were held to a goalless draw at home to Halmstad, but that was still enough for them to be crowned champions of the Swedish league due to an 8-goal gap over rivals AIK. Excitement overflowed throughout Eleda Stadium as crowds waited for the party to begin, and as soon as the final whistle blew, the atmosphere became chaotic after every Malmö fan ran onto the pitch. Thousands of fans raced from all corners, many holding flares and fireworks, to celebrate the 2021 Swedish League title. Beknaz Almazbekov went down without any contact during Galatasaray under-14's match against Istanbulspor, but instead took it as a goal-scoring opportunity. The 13-year-old player deliberately kicked the ball out of the field. After the match, the Galatasaray under-14 captain received widespread praise on the internet for his reaction to the undeserved penalty awarded. In the 2023-2024 Eredivisie match, Arkisi Waalwijk goalkeeper Etienne Vaesen collided with Ajax striker Brian Brobby and lost consciousness. The referee immediately stopped the match and the doctor ran onto the pitch and began administering first aid to Vaesen. Everyone on the field was shocked by what happened to the goalkeeper. Vaesen was covered by the stewards with a blanket to hide the treatment from the cameras. A few minutes later, Vaesen was taken off the pitch on a stretcher and taken to hospital by ambulance. Istanbulspor's Florian Loshaj miraculously saved Adana Demirspor midfielder Eduard Michut from a fall that could have been disastrous for him during the duel. In February 2023, Christian Atsu died in an earthquake that devastated parts of Turkey and Syria. His agent revealed that he died in an apartment where he lived in Antakya, Turkey. Mohamed Kudus, who was Atsu's teammate on the Ghana national team, paid tribute to him after scoring the free kick by running to the sidelines and lifting his Ajax shirt to reveal another white shirt underneath with "Rest in Peace Atsu" written on it. Not only Kudus, Besiktas fans also paid tribute to the earthquake victims by throwing thousands of dolls onto the pitch during the match against Antalyaspor. The match was paused after 4 minutes and 17 seconds, representing the time the first earthquake struck Turkey and Syria at 4:17 a.m. on the 6th of February 2023. Besiktas fans then began throwing dolls from the stands, which were to be given to child victims in Turkey and Syria. After scoring a goal against Spal, Federico Chiesa celebrated the goal by running towards his younger brother Lorenzo Chiesa, who was the ball boy in the match, while their father watched from the stands. At Liverpool's 2014 US preseason tour in New Jersey, a young girl was hysterical after Steven Gerrard took a photo with her and hugged her. Gerrard also signed the young girl's phone, which has his photo on the phone case. Samuel Umtiti received a huge welcome on arrival in Italy from Lecce fans after moving to Serie A on a season-long loan from Barcelona. Umtiti was mobbed by fans and media who left him emotional before speaking about the opportunity to get his career back on track after spending most of the previous season at Barcelona in hospital. Hassani Dotson proposed to his partner on the football field after his club Minnesota FC drew 2-2 against San Jose Earthquakes. Dotson got down on one knee and proposed to his partner with a ring, who nodded in agreement. Dotson then put the ring on his partner, making it a memorable moment for themselves and the fans in attendance. Borussia Dortmund's Yellow Wall gave Neven Subotic a great welcome on his return to Signal Iduna Park with Union Berlin after Subotic spent 10 years at the club. During the second half of the Australian FFA Cup final between Sydney FC and Melbourne City, a wandering seagull found itself in the wrong place at the wrong time. The match was stopped when the poor bird was hit by the ball and lay motionless on the ground. Sydney FC goalkeeper Danny Vukovic moved the bird to safety by cradling it in his hands and carrying the seemingly dead bird to the sidelines before patting it on the back. Then, when the video screen in the stadium showed the bird again, everyone realized that the bird was still alive, and there was loud applause from the audience.
Pretty chilled out, smiling for the cameras, but then He flew to
A few weeks before England fly to Qatar for the 2022 World Cup, Finley, a youngster with cerebral palsy, sent a letter to his favorite player, Jack Grealish. The pair then met as part of a Premier League initiative called Fan Mail, which saw Finley visit Manchester City's training centre as a surprise for him. Grealish told Finley that he was very touched by the letter and promised to imitate Finley's goal celebration at the World Cup.
Do this.
You want to do this?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that for you, all right?
Alright.
I promise.
A few weeks later, Grealish proved his seriousness by turning to the camera after scoring in the 89th minute of England's first World Cup match against Iran and imitating Finley's arm-wiggling dance celebration. After the final whistle of Manchester United's 2-0 win over Brighton at Old Trafford, Paul Pogba was seen handing over his jersey to a young fan. Many Manchester United fans were hoping to receive Pogba's jersey, but Pogba chose the lucky youngster. The boy ran towards his father and then held the shirt close to him for a moment while showing a happy expression on his face. After Brazil's 5-0 win over South Africa in Johannesburg, a young South African fan found his way onto the pitch, and he was caught by the stewards, who gently escorted him back to the stands. Seeing what was happening, Neymar went over and took the boy to meet his Brazilian teammates, where he was given a surprising treatment by the Brazilian squad. During Cristiano Ronaldo's second Champions League debut for Manchester United at the Wankdorf Stadium, Ronaldo brought down the steward after his misdirected shot hit her in the head during the warm-up. She was laid on the floor and was checked over by medical staff and a number of fellow stewards, with Ronaldo also going over to check on her condition. After the match finished, instead of exchanging shirts with the young boys players, Ronaldo instead looked for the steward to give her the jersey as a sign of apology. Bayern's Javi Martinez suffered a muscle injury. He had to clear the ball out of play and was forced to leave the field. Instead of taking a corner kick and trying to score, Wolfsburg's Maximilian Arnold kicked the ball out of play and resulted in a goal kick for Bayern. However, David Alaba considered that the ball should be in Wolfsburg's possession and returned the ball to the Wolfsburg goalkeeper. The Panamanian commentators couldn't contain their excitement after seeing their national team represent them for the first time on the world's biggest stage. Both commentators cried when the Panama national team sang their first national anthem in the World Cup before the match against Belgium. In the match against England, Panama ensured that they wouldn't leave the tournament empty-handed after scoring their first goal in the World Cup. Jamal Lowe paid special tribute to teammate David Brooks, who was diagnosed with cancer after opening the scoring against Bristol City. Lowe celebrated his first goal for Bournemouth by running towards the nearest TV camera and grabbing a Bournemouth shirt with Brooks 7 written on the back. After West Ham's EFL quarter-final match against Spurs, Declan Rice gave his match-worn shirt to a young West Ham fan despite the cold weather in the stadium.
Here we go, let me give you my shirt. Oh, yeah.
You'll be freezing.
Now I've got a coat.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. You alright? Good to see you.
In a video call with a young disabled fan, Swan, Sadio Mane asked if Swan had a celebration he could imitate. Swan was then seen showing Mane a celebration where he kissed his finger before pointing to the sky in tribute to his grandfather. Mane then arranged for Swan to go to Anfield. During the tour, Swan went to the Anfield pitch and played football. He scored a goal and repeated his celebration. A few weeks later, Mane kept his promise by imitating Swan's celebration after scoring a goal in Liverpool's 7-0 win against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Instead of trying to take advantage to score a goal against Shakhtar Donetsk, Galeno chose to kick the ball out of the pitch after seeing Shakhtar defender Stav Lemkin suffer a muscle injury. During Portugal's match against the Czech Republic, Cristiano Ronaldo tried to score a goal from a tight angle, but was saved by the goalkeeper. After that, Ronaldo repeatedly hit the advertising board in frustration before a ball boy approached him. The boy tried to get a high five from Ronaldo, and, despite being annoyed, Ronaldo complied by giving him a high five. The ball boy's reaction was priceless, as he couldn't believe his luck after being given a high five by one of the greatest footballers of all time. In the Euro 2024 group stage match between Hungary and Scotland, Barnabas Varga collided with Scotland goalkeeper Angus Gunn midway through the second half. His teammates lifted a blanket to protect Varga from television cameras as he was treated by medical staff, while everyone looked worried. Both groups of supporters applauded when Varga was stretchered off and immediately taken to hospital after undergoing intensive treatment for about 10 minutes. This is perhaps one of the most emotional moments that ever happened on a football pitch. However, if you want to watch some of the most respectful moments in football, just click the video right here